So, a big thing I understood, finally I accepted it. I understood it quite like eons ago. I wasn't just able to process it and accept it. Is that 95 and more percent of all humans are not talking about what their words are saying. They're not talking about the time they're talking about. They're not talking about the people that they're referring to. They're describing a situation. What they're really saying has nothing to do with the situation. You think they're speaking in logic. It sounds like logic. Energetically, it's not coming from that place, nor is it intended to go to the place. And the huge majority of the population on our planet is cursing themselves using the words by keeping loops active, meaning when you complain, you empower a complaining loop where you don't have something and the universe can only recognize vibration, so it gives you more things to complain about. Also, when you say things that you're grateful for, when you say thank you to people, when you observe things that are beautiful and speak about them, the universe is like, oh, he likes those things because he's talking about them all the time. Let me give them more to him. So that's one aspect. Another aspect is that I've encountered so many situations where, I'll give you an example. In the last place that I was staying and living, I had a family hosting me. I've rented a small studio apartment in one of their big houses that had a lot of apartments in them. It was a very tourist place. And I rented out the smallest studio apartment down next to the garage where everyone parked their cars who would come into the apartment complex. And in that same garage was a shed. And that was like a tool shed with all the possible tools you can imagine, like summer gear, camping gear, sleeping bags, a stereo system, kayaks, inflatable clothing, everything, candles, toilet paper, dishes, lights, batteries, just basically everything. And it's mostly locked. So there's the wife, the husband, and the child. And I booked the room through the wife, and with the husband I haven't made friends so far. And she's just coming home from shopping, and the store is maybe 1 hour walk, and I forgot to buy any sort of adhesive tape. And I needed adhesive tape I'm just kind of taping together 2 notebooks of my notes for videos and just things I'm gonna make months from now, just writing things down for future content or for future creation of whatever kind. And I need to tape those 2 together. So I need tape, whatever kind. And she's just coming home, and I just greet her and say hi, and she's kind of flustered. She says hi. And I'm like, do you have tape? And she's like, no. I'm like, wait, I didn't even tell you which kind. Like any kind would work. Just any adhesive tape, like either electrical tape, because most people have electrical isolation tape in the house. If not that, then you gotta at least have the basic duct tape for paper. Most people households have that easily. Let alone like a big house with a shed that has all the DIY tools you can imagine. Because it's a house that rents out like 10 different apartments. It's really standard. And I was like, are you sure? And she was like, yeah. And I'm pointing to the shed Like, I bet there's one in there. And she's like, no, 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 no. And she's just trying to get away from me. She's frustrated from coming from the shopping. She's telling me no. And I'm trying, as she says we don't have it, I'm trying to logically come to the conclusion and explain to myself first and to her, how can we resolve this issue of you saying that you don't have it? Because the answer to you saying I don't have tape is just turn around, unlock the shed. In 10 seconds, I'm going to show you 3 types of tape on the shelf. And you're going to give me the tape and we're all going to go on our merry way. But she's emotional. She's frustrated. She's bitter. She's full of other people's energy. She is whatever it is. Whatever that person is going through. But she's trying to logically explain that no, we don't have tape. What do you mean you don't have tape? You're standing in front of a shed that is better equipped than most Home Depots in most places. What do you mean you don't have it? It's not you don't have it. The answer is, I can't stand your face right now, get the fuck out of here. That's what she's saying. Another example with someone else. With my parents all my life. How dare you do this? Aren't you ashamed of doing this? We can't go to sleep because of your choices. Look at my health. It's because you travel around the world. And then I'm like, no, Mom. No. Your health is because you don't take care of it. Your health is because you poison yourself all day, every day. Beer instead of water. Cigarette smoke instead of oxygen. Never outdoors, never moving your body. I had to learn the hardest way that whatever she was ever saying was never about anything that she was saying. Nothing. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. It was always a way for her to just get emotions out. Inherited from my grandma. My grandma doesn't complain so much and is not that toxic, bodily toxic from addictions. However, she will start a topic and you think it's coming from logic and it's just her needing to breathe. So some people are used to talking just to get emotions out. Some people talk just to breathe, guys. For so many times, I've realized that people will talk because they don't know how to sit and breathe without talking. And you're going to get into this conversation with them. There could be even a problem there. They could ask you for advice. And you're giving them advice. They ask you, I have this problem. Specifically, I don't mean somebody's venting to you as a friend and all you should do is listen. I mean really come and ask you, hey, what should I do? Listen, what should I do? And they tell you everything and you give them a few solutions. And then they tell you again and you give them a few solutions and they tell you again. And at the end they're just breathing. And then they just go away. And they change nothing. The whole purpose of the conversation was for them to sit and breathe. And I'm like, let me teach you breath work. And then you can sit by yourself and do breath work and save me the logical bandwidth and RAM memory, work memory, and my oxygen and my time. It's not about time. I can sit and listen to you. But it has to be understood that what you're not trying to get solutions. You're saying, you could be saying abagada bagada, abagada bagada. Erebege bege bege. Ebebe epepepe epepepe epepepe. Omo nomo 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 nomo. And then omo nomo 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 epepepe epepepe emem. and you will achieve the same result. You know what the difference will be? I'm not gonna bust my mental balls trying to figure out what you want. Or emotional investment. Or pointing finger at me when the reason is you're not exercising. Or the reason is you need to quit your job. Or the reason is you just need to stop eating the crap that you're eating. People are talking. The sound is coming out here. The source is not this. It's not their heart. It's hunger, emotional craving, low self-worth, frustration. So many people back in my home countries of Eastern Europe, the Balkan, the former Yugoslavian countries, all the surrounding places as well. Balkans, Eastern Europe, everybody, and I know that there's a lot of other places in this world where people are talking about certain things, but all they're saying actually is, please validate me. Please, am I not guilty? Am I good enough? Please hug me. Please pat me on the back. Say that I'm a good boy. Please say that I'm a good girl. Am I doing good? Is this good enough? And then because I've healed a lot of those things, and I really make sure that my word is my bond, and that what I speak is in alignment with everything, and I know where I'm speaking from, this creates an effect in people. They give me authority. They can immediately sense that there's something more authentic and refined coming from me that they, I guess, wish they can embody. And I can help you, anyone that's watching, I can help you accomplish this over time. It's not going to be easy. It can be done, of course. Everyone has a chance. The thing is that the majority of people then put me on a pedestal and they want me to confirm them. To say, yes, you're good enough. Because they can sense the difference in the voice. Because when my voice comes out, it comes out from everything being in the same place, aimed at the same intention. The mind wants to say it, the emotions want to say it, the sexual center wants to say it, the heart center, self-worth and will wants to say it, the splenic survival wants to say it, the opinion ajna, third eye, wants to say it, my ancestors want to say it through me, the earth is speaking through me. The loudest voice that always speaks through me is earth and Father Heaven, meaning the spirit, the breath, the ether, and the mycelium, the plants, the garden, the trees, the ocean, the elements speak through me. I'm an ambassador of Gaia. I'm an ambassador of the ether, the true grid, the matrix, the love, the life, the big L. The big reverberation, the big cosmos, the big jam, the big dance, the big romance, the big harmonious echo, the humming sound beneath the sound. And people can sense this, and immediately everything comes out, and it comes out as, am I good enough? Tell me that I'm good enough, please, please. I tell them I eat fruits, and they pull me, I eat everything. And they look at me like, does that mean there's something wrong with me? Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, like it's your life. Everything is okay. There's nothing that's not okay. In a grand scheme of okay. In a grand scheme of life or not life. Good or not good enough. Where you are, I was. Where I am, you can be. Where I am, you are going towards because you're looking at me now. You're watching my content, you're absorbing my light codes. You're absorbing the mirrors of this guy's light, of this sky's light through my eyes, through this crystal lens of your phone, your quartz crystal. Your phone is a crystal, you know that. You're watching me through a crystal bowl, actually, but it's not a bowl, it's a rectangle. In case you didn't know, liquid crystal display, LCD screen, liquid crystal display, liquid crystal display. You're watching everything through a crystal ball. You're watching a wizard speak, and you're a wizard apprentice, or a wizard as well, a wizard master, reminding him or herself of some things they've forgotten. Because that's all we are, right? Sages remembering. We came here to remember. We came here to remember how to play. Guys, your word is the most powerful tool you have as a creature. Be mindful what you speak. Speak everything as a prayer. If you can't say it with heart, don't say it. Hum it. If you're angry, you want to say, fuck you, I hope you die. Hum it. Say, I love you, I thank you, I forgive you, I forgive myself. I was you at one point. I was you at one point. I know what it's like. Your cup is overflowing with bitterness. I recognize you. I recognize the suffering in you. It has nothing to do with me. It's your life, your karma, your path, your lesson. I'm not going to take away your lesson. Me as a guide, a therapist, and a teacher, I don't take away your lessons. I don't lift anything off your shoulders. I don't do anything instead of you. I don't carry you. I give you all the options you never knew you had to heal yourself and empower yourself. I give you all the things about yourself you did not know were strengths. I tell you all the places in your life where you did not know you had a blind spot, a leakage, a weakness. I'm here to show you the door. Whether you're an individual, a relationship, a family, a group, if your children are neurodivergent, bipolar, autistic, ADHD, and nobody has been able to work with them, or you are one of those people, never been able to be explained by regular Western medicine, regular psychotherapists who have done nothing but waste your time, waste your money, and give you homework. Reach out, icreatelines.com. Send me an inquiry. Tell me, I create lines. This is my life. What can we do? And then we will see what we can do. You can send me through email, through my website, through WhatsApp, through my Telegram channel, through my Instagram. Donate through PayPal in the description if you feel like this has been helpful. Subscribe, like, leave a comment about your story concerning anything that I talk about. Check me out on Insight Timer. Sometimes I do live events. You can listen to all my audio courses about human design, elemental balancing, reclaiming your lost memories. You can get human design readings with me. Fascia maneuver coaching. I'm a 3-year fascia maneuver coach under Human Garage. Nervous system rebalancing, shamanic practices to get your ideal archetypes, your ideal genes activated, also through human design. Release stuck emotions, get out of anxiety, depression. I help people shed all addictions. I've been addicted to everything except for hard drugs. So I've been addicted to cigarettes, alcohol, weed, psychedelics, video games, masturbation, porn, promiscuous behavior with women, emotional escapism, binge eating, emotional eating, junk food, stimulants, escaping, isolation, spiraling, intrusive thoughts, family, addictions of emotional kind, emotional parasites. And I was able to identify when I speak, where am I speaking from, and cleaned all of these centers out. So when I speak, I know where I'm speaking from. If you are resonating, if you see around you all of this, people speaking from guilt, am I guilty? Am I not guilty? I can sense the whole Balkan countries, former Yugoslavia and Eastern Europe, everybody is speaking. The tone is justification. There's not one sentence when somebody is not trying to justify a single aspect of their life. Like trying to give a courtroom enough evidence that they are allowed to live. And I resonate with that because I was an accident baby, almost not chosen to come into this life. It was a choice. There was a time of choosing. And my whole life I felt like I had to justify my existence. And I realize now that it's not only because of my conception, upbringing, the choice, the feeling of that I don't deserve to be here. But we all deserve to be here. Because ultimately, my parents are my parents. But these are my parents as well. Everything around me is my big parent. The sky is a big parent. The earth is a big parent. Our original mom and dad. And they wanted you to be here. No matter what your biological family, your surrounding family, your cousins, your little tribe, your village, the traditional glue that you are glued to says about you. You are worthy just by being alive, because the earth does not create anything redundantly. Things arise and sprout out of the earth exactly when they need to, exactly where they need to, and in the form and shape they need to be. So me, as I create lines, sitting in this beautiful environment, speaking this video into existence, speaking this prayer for the future for whoever hears it, the earth knew and felt, we need an I create lines over there. There's not enough lines over there. We need somebody to create some lines over there. And they need to have a good eye. Let's make an I create lines. And he is worthy because he is a direct extension of me. I'm gonna give him a lot of superpowers so he can translate me precisely to everyone. Precisely and practically, universally, with love, with nourishment, with caring, with precision, and with enough auric space to cradle anyone that comes, and with enough resources in his etheric bank so he can alchemize and land any plane that comes his way. I can land your plane. I've landed my plane. I'm still landing my ancestral plane on this earth plane. Recognize where you are speaking from. Recognize where others are speaking from. Recognize and respond more to the waves and emotions and tone of voice than try to logically explain what somebody is saying. So many do not know how to read. So many are not over basic elementary school. So many, if they are, Generation Z and younger, very little awareness of the world, very powerfully sucked into the TikTok, into the short attention span, into emotional cravings. A lot of loneliness is out there. People feel like they don't belong. If they speak about you, it's not about you. And also be mindful, whatever somebody is speaking about, where is it coming from? What is their intention as they speak? What is their tone of voice? What is their body doing? How are you feeling? Trust your own instinct first. And then, the more you observe, the more you're going to be able to observe yourself as well. Where are you speaking from? Where are you speaking from? What do you want? Like, imagine what you say today is going to create next year for you. Try to imagine this. This is how powerful your voice is. It's not what I say to this person is going to affect that person, and that's what I need to be mindful of. A lot of people are not mindful of, at least about that. Like how what I'm saying is affecting the other person next to me. Let alone what it's affecting their own body as they're saying it. Let alone that it's going to affect. It's like putting money in a bank. This video is resource I've just, with my voice and with what I was saying and where is it coming from, I've just put my today's share into my etheric piggy bank. I've charged my aura for today, and because this is going out to at least 20 people, I've reverberated it into the future. Somebody might see this video 10 years from now. Maybe nobody will ever see it. The earth has heard it. And you have heard it. And you are training yourself to feed yourself with what you speak. The earth will be inherited by the meek. Be careful what you speak. Not with fear, but like sages crossing a frozen winter stream. There is reverence for the flow that comes out, and you can drown any time. But if you are mindful, slow, deliberate, intentional, your voice will create your choice. Peace, health, abundance. ICreateLines.com for everything I've mentioned. Wholeness.